Welcome to the Downtown, brought to you by Arlington Citizen Media. I am Daryl Smith Jr., and to my left is...
I am Rody John, and to my left is...
Amy!
In today's episode, we talk to Rick Delzell with Truth Vinyl about community building and the importance of a local music scene.
We also talked to David Conant from Arlington Knights about the growth of the Arlington music scene and the importance of networking to create new connections.
We're here at Truth Vinyl with Rick. I don't know your last name. What's your last name?
Delzell.
Delzell. I never knew that. You are the owner and proprietor of this business and also community hub for local musicians and artists that come together. What gave you the idea to start this business?
Well, I don't know. I was in advertising for 30 years. Yeah, and I sort of reached the top of my game, and I was just bored. Okay. So I had been trying to figure out what the hell I was going to do with the rest of my life, because I could have retired, but I just couldn't sit out and not do anything. So
be even more bored than you were.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So it just hit me. I'd gotten into vinyl actually in the early 2000s because my daughters got into it.
Really? Okay.
Because
Cool.
I'd give it all my equipment away
yeah.
when CDs came out, and then they started getting into it like in the late 90s and in the 2000s, and then I go, I should start listening to vinyl again.
Yeah.
So I started listening to it, and then some of my friends were listening to it, and I go, I should just open a music store.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I just started buying tons of records. I have 50,000 records.
Whoa, that's a lot of
In
records.
this place, or you have
No,
a storage unit, or obviously?
yeah, I have
Okay.
it stored. I only have 10,000 in the store.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's very impressive stuff.
And I mean, vinyl has made a huge comeback, right?
Right.
People have realized that the sound quality is better. They're
Right.
willing to spend the money on better turntables and equipment. So
Yeah.
I think it's the perfect time to do something
Yeah,
like this.
I mean, it's like any new business. We're going to be on our 2-year anniversary in September, and it's you got to build it. It's
Yeah.
I'm by no means in the black. Let me put it that way. Well, and it's hard. I didn't think about this. This particular retail business, I think, is pretty difficult because it's so diverse. People's taste, and there's so much new music out there. You got to guess what people want.
It's true.
Because I looked at the beginning of the year, and there's almost 400 albums a month that's released.
So much.
And you're not going to obviously have room or space for all
Well,
of
I
them.
can't even afford that.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's the other
400 albums a month. That would be. I wish I had that kind of business.
Well, I want to pivot to another important aspect of your business besides trying to make a profit,
Yeah.
right? Which is what you're doing in building the community. You've been a focal point for open mic nights and musicians meeting each other. You hosted Treehouse last night, which was awesome.
We were all here.
Yeah.
It was super great.
It was super cool.
We come
So-
out to the open mics. They're super great. Like,
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun meeting people and
Yeah.
talking to people and help build that community. Really.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate. Yeah, I mean, it. It just seemed obvious to me that I didn't want to just do the regular record store.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this doesn't look like a record store. I mean, most people don't put any effort into it. They just get a space and
They
fill
get
it
four
full of
walls
records.
and yep.
But besides that, I wanted to try to figure out a different way to sort of combine, something that has, some profit involved, but at the same time, at least half of it be part about, a place where people can go.
Yeah.
Sort of a musical like third place.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and it absolutely functions as that,
Yeah,
and
I
so
mean,
you have fully succeeded.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, we could do it a lot more. I don't even book bands. They just call me. Whoever calls me gets to play. That's the rule. I mean, I don't interview, listen to their music. I have no idea what they sound like. If someone calls and says, I want to book a date, I go, well, let me see if it's open. Come on.
That's really cool.
And
So any musician listening, if in case you want to play
Well,
here, that's now you know.
as long as I have a slot.
Right.
It doesn't guarantee you'll have an audience, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
You
Fair.
know,
Can't bring your own.
the only downside to a record store is, it's not like a bar. People don't hang
They
out
don't
here.
naturally congregate
Right,
here all the
right.
time.
So, you kind of have to be a promoter if you want people to come listen to you.
It's true.
I try to do as much as I can, but I still think that part of it needs, more inroads into the community, because I don't think enough people kind of take advantage of. It's
Absolutely,
like it's like you get a free show in your living room.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool place too. That's like, I worked in a record store when I was in high school, and like it did not look this cool. Like, it was not this cool.
Well, that part of it is, I mean, I don't want to work in a dump. I gotta
be here
work
every day.
here
Yeah.
all the time. And then I think, I'm trying to create a shopping experience.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you think about it, record stores are kind of all the same. So what can you do to make it different? Why would somebody go out of their way? Now, obviously, you have to have something they want, but I try to have enough diversity. Plus, the other thing, you can go through a lot and you don't have to stay here all day. And the other thing we do that's different in terms of the records is we only have one copy on the floor. So when you're looking through records, you're not looking at 5 copies of the same thing.
That's
Gotta
that
get it, yeah.
advertising background coming in here into play. Okay, well, we really appreciate you talking to us. We come here all the time.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to reach you on social media and find you, where can they find you?
On Facebook, it's just Truth Vinyl,
Okay.
and then on Instagram, it's hashtag Truth Vinyl.
Okay, great.
And we are located off Abrams, right by Hooligans and
Yeah.
Twisted Root.
300 East Abram.
Yep.
There we go.
I'm in the back, though. Most people expect to see me on the street. So I've had people stand at the corner of Twisted Root, call me, go, where are you?
Keep walking.
Yeah.
We're right there.
So keep walking.
Yeah, we're at the back. You got to come to the back side of the building.
All right. Thank you, Rick.
All right, guys.
We're here with David and Alicia Conant from Arlington Knights, local community builders, musician advocates, and we're going to ask you some questions. Are you ready?
Can I say no?
Sure, and then that's
then-
the end
and
of
then we're
that.
Okay, we are ready, yes.
Okay. What is Arlington Knights, and how did it start?
Oh, it started because the Super Bowl was in Arlington, and all the celebration was in Dallas and Fort Worth.
It's true.
So I thought about some way of trying to get people to come here to do the celebrations and stay. And I majored in music in college. I love music. I can't sing. I can't dance. I have no rhythm, but I love music. So I created Arlington Knights to tell people where the music was at. I had no clue what I was getting into, but that was 6 years ago.
So for those who have not been to a Chat and Do, what is it and how did those get started?
The Chat and Do started. I had a person working with me to write stories about the bands and stuff, and we would meet on a Sunday morning to have some coffee and chat about the music. And she left, moved out of town, and I thought, well, crap, let's do it with some musicians here.
Right.
So I invited some musicians, said, let's have a coffee and chat. and show up. 3 musicians showed up, and we talked a little bit. It was early in the morning, and they said, we'll see you next month, which I didn't plan on that. I was just planning on the one meeting, and that was over 4 years ago, and we've been doing them every month since.
Yeah, we've been out to them. They're really
now they're
great.
weekly.
That's
No,
monthly.
They're still monthly.
Monthly
Okay.
here.
But it's a great networking tool to meet other musicians and people who are helping the music scene. Like we're doing.
That's the thing that I didn't realize was going to come out of it. It's the connections here. You guys went to Truth Vinyl last night.
We did.
Yes, sir.
And Kim met Rick and Carol, the owners of Truth Vinyl, at a Chat and Do, and that's how the open mic got created, because they met at a Chat and Do and said, hey, let's do this. Let's have an open mic here, and that's how that started. So a lot of great connections have happened because of it.
Right.
So with those, community connections happening in Arlington, the downtown area growing as it is, do you see like a specific future for Arlington music here? Is there going to be more of it? I mean, we got buskers now. That's kind of a new thing.
It is a new thing because this is Arlington. Everyone thought that busking was illegal because you have to have so many permits. We actually talked to the city attorneys a year and a half ago, and they said, we love the idea. Go for it. Just be respectful of where you're at. Oh.
Great.
Okay, all my questions. I don't have anything to say now, So, yeah, there's a lot of good things happening in Arlington. And the future of the music scene, to me, this Arlington should be the mecca center of the Metroplex.
Nice. Think big. I love it.
It's true.
Yes.
Right.
Austin no more is Arlington.
We totally believe that. Who is your favorite Beatle and why?
You test my memory. No, I love the Beatles in general here. All 4 of them are great. Ringo Starr when he started his solo career, George Harrison when he started his solo career, John Lennon, Paul. I mean, they were all great. That's what made the Beatles so great. You had 4 great individuals that made that group so magical. So
Now,
to
would
me,
you
it was
include
just
the 5th Beatle being the producer, George Martin?
No, I go by the musicians here,
sorry.
and I don't go by
No.
the drummer. Turn them down before Ringo started here.
right,
So
best.
he did. But yeah, the Beatles, they did so much great stuff in their basically the 6, 7, 8 years career, and 50 years later, we're still talking about
them.
Beatles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still talking about
Making
them.
movies about them here yesterday.
Yeah, they did. That's right.
Now, being in Arlington as long as you have, you've probably been to a lot of pizza places. So what is your favorite pizza place in Arlington?
Dun, dun. Help me on that one. What's your favorite pizza? Old school pizza. I like old school pizza. They have a nice patio. I wish they would use it for music here. Old school
right.
pizza.
I was
They
thinking
used
that.
to, but then their cover blew down or whatever
yeah,
happened, and
it
then I don't think
did.
they really had anybody out there since.
They've
from what I
changed
remember.
management a couple of times
Yeah,
since then.
I've heard
The
that
rebuilding Abrams Street's not helping. But to me, it should be a college hangout for the singer-songwriters just to sit out there on the patio
Absolutely.
and start playing. That's my opinion.
I mean, we might be able to make something happen if we just talk to the right people. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Because when Abrams gets built, the whole idea is the walkability. Walk from UTA, old school pizza, come down to Levitt, check out the library, and just keep on walking.
exactly.
So
And we need to go there. We haven't been in a while.
to old school, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. What can people look forward to? What's the future of Arlington Knights? How do you have you have goals that you're looking to do now, or just continue what you've been doing?
Well, I tell people that the ultimate goal is not to have an Arlington night where the community is working together. They're promoting the music, the club's promoting. You saw Truth Vinyl last night. That's what we'll like to see. But obviously, I like what we're doing, and we'll probably keep the chat and dudes going because every chat and dude is a great connection. And it's like, wow, okay, I feel better now. I got a great connection from here. Maggie Campbell of Downtown Management was talking to one of the musicians about bluegrass, bringing a bluegrass festival to town. It's like, well,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
That's a connection. It might not happen, but there was a solid connection there.
Exactly.
So the future is we're going to keep doing what we're doing and convince more people they should stay here or they should come here and not go elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean we're all about that, and everyone we've been talking to wants to make Arlington the place, not
It is the
go anywhere else. This is where it's happening.
Build it from inside.
The
Yeah.
cool is here.
Yes.
And the people that are, Arlington Knights obviously comes up the, where are you from? Well, I'm an Arlingtonite. People that's lived here their whole lives.
Okay, yeah.
They call themselves, I'm an Arlingtonite, you know.
That's where the name.
I get it now.
Yeah, I'm like it was